Hi, my name is Damz and welcome to Sim Settlements 2, where the whole point of this mod is to try and rebuild the Commonwealth. And as you can see, we are slowly but surely doing that. We have some workstations over here.
Real prissy Brahmin baron once. Never met a man who took so much pride in selling cow dung.
Thanks for that, old Paul. But of course, we're also building a farming economy over here. And of course, we're also now trying to build up some places for our settlers to actually live and rest their heads. Now, if you haven't checked out episode 1 of this, I will leave a link down to the playlist down below if you want to check that one out. It gives a little bit more context into what we are doing. But essentially, like I say, we are trying to rebuild the Commonwealth, get a fully functional city/settlement where the survivors essentially can maintain their own needs and live and hopefully survive in this horrible wasteland. Now, in terms of the actual quest line, if I had a hammer then, so we need to provide some more agricultural plots, 2 out of 5, residential plots as well. So, like I say, our settlers have somewhere to eat and, of course, also somewhere to live. Let's go back over into the build menu then. So we have 2 residential plots here, which are looking pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. This one is pretty cool. It's got a nice little view. It's purple. Whoever designed this has clearly got a love for the color purple. I do like how you can manually decide the style of each structure, but you just let them play out how they want, then you can kind of see what your settlers like. Let's destroy all of this concrete stuff over here. Get as many materials as we possibly can. Sorry, dog meat, but you're not going to be living in this house, but we will build you a new one, I promise. Let's also get rid of this truck and this broken down mailbox for the time being. And if we go all the way over into Sim Settlements 2, build some more residential plots, I guess. Let's pop one down. I guess we can put it here for the time being. And then let's put another one down. Don't tell me it's not going to fit. You've got to be kidding me. Maybe we can push this one back a little bit and it may fit. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. That is super annoying. We're going to have to find something to fill this space. What I could do, though, is maybe build a residential plot down here. Hopefully, they don't have to live with bushes inside their houses, but I guess we'll figure that out. You know what? For the time being, someone can live here as well and make it a nice, cozy little neighborhood. Now, that should be all of the plots. Slowly but surely being built, I would imagine. But we also now need to concentrate and figure out where we're going to build some more farming and agricultural places. Now, we did make a start all the way over in this area. And I feel like, as it is pretty much the standard thing to do in Fallout 4, we should probably continue that. I'm going to get rid of these fences for the time being, just to create a little bit more space. And also probably going to get rid of this tree stump. I think what we could do is maybe put down an agricultural plot somewhere here. I don't really want it that high off the ground, though. Now, I don't really know how this is going to look with the raised land, but I'm going to pop it down and see how it looks. I suppose we can just attach a second one here as well. Now, that does look kind of ugly, I am not going to lie, but hopefully this kind of gets filled up with some dirt and it kind of makes a bit more sense. Now, we do have these little smaller agricultural interior plots here. Maybe I could fit them down somewhere alongside. Maybe somewhere like here. Let's see how that looks. And I'm going to build a second one, hopefully connecting to it there. Now, things are slowly ticking along. The farms are being built, as you can see. Don't know what they're even growing here. Raza grain, which is, I guess, good. And some juicy melons, which is nice. And we also have some potatoes, I think. Yeah, so good diversity of food. We probably also should maybe concentrate building on some more industrial working places. There's a nice scrap storage for good old Paul to finally build that up. It does actually look like most of the farms have been built. We have this little workstation here that is kind of floating, but we'll ignore that for the time being. Now, as you can see on a couple of these residential plots, there is a red man. So I don't know if we maybe can't build here. Is that what it's saying? I'm going to scrap these. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm going to scrap these plots. Then maybe build them somewhere that it's going to actually give us access to it. It does say we can actually maybe build here now, so I'm going to try. See if that actually allows us to build a settlement. And to be honest, there is no reason why no one couldn't live all the way back here as well. So let's put a residential plot down there. See if someone can build that. Of course, I mean, another reason why things may not be being built is just the lack of resources. So what I'm going to go do is scrap as much stuff as I possibly can. I don't know if that is going to help, but I guess we'll find out. Now, I have gone around clearing as much scrap, steel and wood as physically possible, and maybe I just need to give them some more time. So I suppose it is night time. We are a little bit hungry and thirsty, to be fair, so maybe we should get some rest and see if they can continue their jobs tomorrow. Now, like I did actually mention in the very first video then, not necessarily even going to use Sanctuary as a long-term base, but for now, whilst we kind of learn how this whole Sim Settlements mod works and do a little bit of the quest line, I don't see any harm in kind of bunkering down in this building and just kind of seeing how things work. But for the long term, let me know any good places you would like me to build, because I don't know if I do want to keep it strictly to Sanctuary. Before we do get some rest then, we should probably take a little bit of a drink of water as we are quite thirsty. And we are a bit hungry as well, but it should be okay to get some rest in our very cozy home that is the only really civilized building we've made so far. Now, it is actually only 2:30 in the afternoon, so I don't know, maybe we do a bit more exploring, but I'm not entirely sure if it is worth it at this point. I suppose we can go around just clearing up as much as we possibly can to get as many materials and kind of plan out an initial place we want to kind of build things. Well, that was a close call. Now, one thing I have noticed, we do have this furniture section that we can build a city planner's desk. Now, I don't know what that means entirely, but we're just lacking a bit of aluminium. So if we could potentially find that, I mean, that was good timing, right? But we do now have a city planner's desk. Now, I suppose I'm just going to pop that down here for the time being and kind of see what it does, right? Okay. Welcome to Sim Settlements 2. Are you a new or returning user? I am a new user. You can tweak anything you like by looking at the options in the holotape. So we have a tutorial, we have laws. Oh, so we can actually provide taxes for our city. Probably not the best thing to do as we're still kind of living in shacks right now. So we'll leave that for the time being. We have options. So we obviously have our gameplay HUD, etc, etc. Reports. Needs report, POTS report, production reports. So it kind of explains in better detail how much food we have, how much is produced, how much is needed, and how much of that is imported, exported, and surplus, because we can make multiple settlements all around the wasteland in the Commonwealth and essentially transport goods towards them like a proper city builder should. We also have tools here. I'm guessing this is just if you needed to cheat or needed to track anything. Tutorials as well, which is going to help us. And probably I will take a look at them off camera, trying to understand how things work in a little bit better detail. We also do have this manage city schematic on the table. So manage capital city, which is Sanctuary, which is current level 0. So we can take a tour. Okay, select city plan and assign city leader. So, I mean, we'll take a tour, I guess. You're about to go into a cinematic mode where you can exit anytime by opening and closing your Pip-Boy. Cinematic mode? Okay. Oh, well, this is bloody awesome. we are just been teleported into the sky. And I guess if you want that cinematic shot of your bustling working city settlement, this is the best way possible to do it. And as you can see, we haven't done much yet, but what an absolutely amazing feature this would be, especially when you got things up and running. Okay, so what else have we got? Select city plan. So we actually have Sanctuary Hills Basics Designer Strong Swanson, who's done this, which is amazing. We can do designer description, use this city plan. Single level city plan design to work well on most systems. Okay, well, I guess we're going to use this. Once the settlers have a leader, they can start building on their own. They will need scrapping everything in the settlement and begin anew. You can always start later by selecting a city plan from your desk. Would you like to start it? Probably not now, because we're kind of figuring it out, but that is amazing. You can literally let every single NPC just take control of their own lives and build what they need to build. So we'll know for Nevermind for now. We can also assign a leader. Unfortunately, there are no unique leaders available, so I'm assuming any of the main NPCs in the game, like your Preston Garveys, your Pipers, or whoever it may be, is someone we can assign to running our settlement one day. So we'll have to do that at some point. So there is so much in terms of things to do just with this desk alone, never mind the mod. But yeah, it is absolutely amazing. And we can also manage the city's resources. The settlements will need a lot of supplies to build up the spawning city. You can donate junk and caps to help them build and maintain the settlement. Note that donated items can't be reclaimed. Once donated, they are sorted out of your reach forever. So we can donate items, donate caps, and donate workbench content. So we can essentially pump our settlement full of stuff, which is kind of what we're doing already, but even more so. And then everyone in this working settlement can use it. I am still a bit worried at the fact these are in really awkward positions, and at the end of the day, this game is known for being quite poor when it comes to bugs and stuff. So I just want to make sure we're not running into any problems necessarily. So what I'm gonna do, just to be safe rather than sorry, is actually gonna move over those two residential plots to this very flat area here that shouldn't be as inconvenient to potentially build on. I'm not even saying that is the problem, but just rather be safe than sorry at this point. Let's pop a building here. And then also I am gonna put down a building here. Should be fine, right? Now we will leave them for the time being then and see how that kind of works out. And again, I just kind of want to skip forward time, so maybe we don't rest. Maybe we just skip a few hours and see if anything changes. I think I'll just chill out here for the rain with a nice tasty bowl of ramen. And just see if we progress 5 hours, see if anything gets done. Still doesn't look like for whatever reason people are choosing to build these buildings. So I can't really explain why or understand why right now. Maybe we have a lack of manpower. Could that be the reason why? Now, it doesn't actually look like for whatever reason we can even build any more things. We are full size. I don't know if that is due to how many people we have or what it may be, but what I think I'm going to do, I've made a decision, is I'm going to go get Preston, I guess, and the gang, and hopefully they can help build this place quicker, because ideally I don't want to be waiting around. Now we're back at the Museum of Freedom, and it is completely empty, which is good. Now these guys should still be chilling inside here.
Take it easy, mama. You okay?
Sorry it's taken a day to come back and rescue you, but I wasn't really planning on it.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you were on our side.
I'll be honest, I'm just kind of using you for an extra pair of hands.
Stop kidding yourself. You're nothing to me.
It's gonna
Now,
kill
we've
you.
spoken to both Preston and Mama Murphy. Of course, Mama Murphy having crazy visions that are somehow accurate, and I don't understand how that's even possible by taking chems, but letting us know about our poor son that has been kidnapped. But honestly, it isn't my priority right now. Preston, get your ass back to Sanctuary. I need to build some bloody residential plots.
Not far.
I have beat them here, obviously, so I'm going to wait for them to come back. But what I probably should do, as it is nighttime now, let's actually get some rest, save the game, because, again, we are playing on survival mode, and hopefully things get sorted tomorrow. You're well rested. It is a fresh day, and I don't know if Preston and the gang are even here yet. There's their 65 meters away, so I'm guessing they're still slowly but surely coming over the bridge. But one thing is, these houses are being built, so maybe we didn't need Preston after all. God damn it. But I'll take it. Now, as things stand, it still says nothing else can be built, but these are going up pretty swiftly now. We have more than enough agricultural and industrial plants and meet the newcomers. So we've got even more people joining us. Oh, we've absolutely shot this so much because now we have Preston's people as well as all of these new people joining up. This is already an absolutely huge settlement with 10 people. God damn it.
Hey.
Hey, Lily.
Are you the one who put out the radio message? Is this your settlement? It's very nice. We had to leave our home. Everyone was getting sick. So, if you're looking for people and it's no trouble, well, we'd like to live here.
We don't have a lot of room right now, but sure, why not?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry. We're willing to work. Just let us know where you want us.
I guess you guys can kind of just
You gotta take things one day
chill for the time being. I need to kind of make more jobs for you, I guess. Also, this is a really cool house once again, and we have this blue shack here. That would be a real eyesore if you ask me. Also, it looks like Preston and the gang are here. Actually, probably not going to interact with them. Let them just kind of do what they want to do for the time being. There's already too many people living here as it is. God's sake. But now we have to build an extra 2 industrial plots / agricultural plots. So, I guess let's do that. Now, I'm going to pop down another industrial plot. I think I'm going to put it down here for the time being. Then we've got another job for someone, which is great. Then I am going to build a third one, if possible, here. Now, if anyone wants to get searching or making some scrap, this is the central hub of work. Now, we have completed 8 out of 8. Looks like everyone's getting busy building up the settlement as Preston walks around. There's not even enough spaces for people.
Really anyone's fault, I don't think. It's just...
Okay, industrial building class unlocked. Settlers assigned to buildings of this type will focus gathering buildings materials that are mixed junk. Building materials kind of consist of aluminium, asbestos, concrete, fiberglass, glass, steel, and wood. So we can change the industrial building and how we kind of want to focus on what materials we need to gather. So we'll be taking that.
Everything is so run down.
Now, after popping a few of these water pumps around, we've got the water situation kind of sorted out. But unfortunately, we still do not actually have enough beds. So even though I would like to build more residential plots, it's probably not going to be possible right now. So what I'll do is build a lot of beds just kind of inside different houses. So at least somewhere our settlers have somewhere to sleep. Now, if I can just build one more bed. I've kind of made this into a little bunker, but I suppose someone can live in our old house. Why not? Is there any room in the bedroom? I suppose we could just scrap all of this stuff here. And I guess maybe even I could sleep here. And we have enough beds. Absolutely amazing. We just now need to kind of worry about defense. But as you can see, everyone is pretty hard at work making food for us or making scrap for us, apart from old Paul, who's kind of chilling.
We need more water. Even another water pump would help.
I've kind of sorted out the water, random settler. Don't worry. What I'm going to do for time being for defense, we're not going to go all out of the way, but we'll make a couple of these defense posts here just in case. Now, I've also gone back kind of on my word and built a further 2 residential plots back here. That should give more than enough space for everyone to live in and build up. So again, unfortunately, we're probably just gonna have to waste a little bit of time, see how things develop, and then hopefully we can kind of progress with this quest line and see what happens next. Now, after waiting a day or so, kind of just doing some other things, looks like they are slowly building these houses. It isn't a quick fix. It is going to take time. I should have probably expected that, but things are definitely progressing now. So another 2 residential plots being put down here, which hopefully should let us complete our objective from what the game has asked us to do. Okay, we've also now unlocked another residential building class. The number of people supported can increase as the building upgrades. So essentially, houses can get bigger, more people can live in it, families can live in it. Amazing. Looks like Lily has actually built herself a nice little purple house out here. Looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go.
Looks like there's a commotion.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, how did she... Never mind, I guess. What's happening, guys?
Excuse me, miss.
Oh, hello again.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Maybe you can talk some sense into the young lady.
Sure, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, you know, somewhere I could sell stuff.
That would
but
be
it
useful.
Won't work.
A store? I don't think the sensors can build those. Can they?
Maybe?
Maybe.
You know who would know? That ASAM fella. Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity gibbets can do.
Sure.
I'll go see him immediately.
Oh, well, that's great. In the meantime, I'll get the new arrivals settled. And hopefully prevent more property damage.
Good luck.
Okay, nice. Looks like our settlement is up and running, and we've kind of progressed the story a little bit. We're gonna have to go visit Mysterious Stranger once again and see if he can, I guess, help us expand even further. So I made it back to the Museum of Freedom / Concord, I guess, with the dead Deathclaw outside. Let's see if this guy can help us. How rude. Hello?
Oh, hey there. Didn't expect to be seeing you again. Is something up? It's not the ASAMs, is it?
Kind of, but not kind of at the same time.
That's why I'm here.
So it is the sensors that bring you here. Look, I'll tell you the same thing I told the others. I know it may seem confusing, but trust me, just stick with it. Keep building with them, and provide your people with proper supervision. Eventually, it'll all make sense.
I want more out of them, potentially.
What else do you have?
What else? Are you saying the sensors aren't enough for you? Well, that's a first. Most people complain ASAMs are too complicated. No one's ever asked for more. I'm starting to get the feeling you're not exactly like most people, are you? All right, Slick. Consider me curious. What's your story? Like for starters, that Pip-Boy on your wrist. I bet there's a tale behind that.
Well, you know, my wife got shot in the head, my son's been stolen, etc., etc.
Why are you asking about my Pip-Boy?
It's not every day someone trips over a Pip-Boy. Heck, took me years to find mine. So where'd you get yours?
I got it in Vault 111.
111? That's the vault just down the road from here, right? How'd you even get in there? That place is sealed up tighter than a Brotherhood bunker. Wait a second. Are you telling me you're not actually from that vault, are you?
Yep, I was frozen.
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault. I woke up at one point. Some people killed my wife and kidnapped my son. I'm trying to find him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know what that's... Well, I know something like that ain't easy. You might be surprised how common that kind of thing is out here. I mean, not the frozen in a vault part, but... I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I don't mean to pick at fresh wounds. But what you said about being frozen, Are you telling me you're pre-war? Before the bombs?
Yep, I'm about 200 years old, actually.
That's right. I was in cryosleep until recently.
Whoa. That's amazing. You really aren't like most people. Then, if you don't mind my asking, why is a vault dweller from the past bothering with settlements and ASAMs?
I want to help people.
That's an admirable goal. I can respect that.
And also to make a
From what
YouTube
I've seen
video,
so
but
far,
yeah.
You're the kind who's more than willing to put actions to those kind of words. Well, guess that explains why you're so serious about this settlement stuff.
Find out what's wrong with old...
Raiders!
Oh, God.
Hurry!
Take it easy. It'll be all right. Just tell me what happened.
Back at the settlement, a whole bunch of them. They've taken hostages, please. You gotta hurry.
Damn raiders are like rad roaches. You crush one and 5 more crawl out. Well, don't you worry, Slick. I got your back. You helped me with my raider problem. Only right I help you with yours.
All right,
Nice.
let's go.
Right you are.
Come on, get the lid out and move before somebody gets killed.
God, old Paul is absolutely insane. I guess meet old Paul and try and deal with a hostage situation. Oh, God. Also, I probably should get out of this vault suit eventually, right? And get some better armor. I actually do have the drifter outfit we picked up from the start, so I might as well just equip that for now. Look a bit more like we are used to living outside in the open now, rather than in a freezing cryogenic chamber. Now, I have no idea where old Paul is even taking us. Have the raiders come to our base? Why would we go in this way, though, if that was the case? It says we're about 80 meters away right now, so it's right up ahead where we're headed. It's actually literally just here. What is going on? Speak with the raiders. Oh, God, okay. Now, I'm going to approach these people. I'm assuming we have an option to speak and not just blow their heads off. God, there are so many of them. They're already fighting bugs, maybe?
Hold it. Take one step closer and I shoot.
Oh, God. Take it easy, man.
Easy. I just want to talk.
Talk? Talk! I'm here to do more than talk.
What do you want?
What do you want?
You wasted a whole bunch of us at Concord, so now you're gonna watch some of your people die.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, to be fair, but maybe we could bribe them. I feel like if this ended up in a war, then it could be really bad for everyone involved. You know what? I'm going to try and bribe him. Let's do 100 caps, maybe?
Could 100 caps change your mind?
It's not much, but it'll do.
You.
All right, boys. I think they learned their lesson.
Oh, God, that was a very close call. I mean, maybe we should just kill them now, but... Okay. Check in with the stranger.
Hey there.
Not the way I would have done it, but at least it's over now. Say, before we came here, I wanted to ask you something. This maybe isn't the most appropriate time or venue for a chit-chat, but have you got a minute?
I mean, I guess.
Of course. What's up?
Well, this may seem abrupt, but the Commonwealth. By now, I'm sure you've experienced enough to form an opinion about it, so tell me, what do you think of it all?
Pretty stinky, but it's a start.
It seems like people are finally rebuilding and recovering from the nuclear war.
Ever the optimist, huh? Keep in mind, it's been over 200 years since that war, and folks are still rebuilding and recovering. Not exactly stellar progress.
True.
It's a real mess out here. People living in dirt, barely enough food or clean water, random attacks from raiders, pharaohs, or God forbid, synths. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. It just might be possible to bring back a measure of the civilization to the wastes, like what you used to have.
You made some good points. Tell me more.
You've already seen firsthand what ASAMs can do, and you've shown interest in what more you can get out of them. What if I were to tell you, we've only scratched the surface, and maybe, if you're willing, we could perhaps do more than you ever imagined. I've got plans, but I feel they'd go a whole lot smoother if I had a reliable partner to ride shotgun. So, what I propose is a partnership. You and me, working together to try and rebuild the Commonwealth. What do you say?
I mean, that is the whole purpose of this, so I'm in.
All right, I'm in.
Hell yeah! You are not gonna regret this. I suppose a proper introduction is in order. Name's Jake. Jake Evans. And it's a pleasure to be working with you.
Nice to meet you, Jake.
Thanks. You too.
All right. With the formalities out of the way, let me answer a query of yours. Earlier, you showed an interest in getting more out of ASAMs. Now, if that's something you really are serious about, then I know where to find the equipment we need. However, there is a small problem.
Okay, let me guess. More raiders.
Let me guess. Raiders again?
Sharp as a tack. You're right, of course. It's our old friend, Raiders. The place with the ASAM equipment has been claimed by a raider gang. Really dug their heels in. And they're not open to doing trade. But I reckon together we could break into the little base and grab what we need. However, we would be in for a tough fight. So, you think you'd be up for that? Taking on a raider stronghold?
Sure. Why not?
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these raiders.
Well, all right. Now, this equipment we're after was delivered from Concord Hardware to an old Air Force satellite station called Olivia. So that's where we'll be heading. But before we go there, might want to make a pit stop or two. I understand a nearby farm has had recent dealings with this particular group of raiders.
Gonna be Abernathy, isn't it? And that should be round the corner.
See if we can't get more up-to-date intel. Also, I've got a small cache of gear hidden nearby Olivia. It's probably still there. Would be useful for our little venture. I'll mark your pip-board with our points of interest, but it's up to you what we do. I'm handing over the reins.
Okay, cool. So, find equipment, go to Olivia, speak to Abernathy Farm. Let's do this. But I think this is where I'm going to end today's video. If you've enjoyed this one, smash the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with the content. We finally managed to somewhat build our first bit of a settlement, progress the story a little bit, and now we're going to try and get some better equipment for our ASAMs by clearing out some more bloody raiders. Now, if you've got any tips and tricks regarding sim settlements too and the more efficient ways to do it, let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.